let me just say a word about this conference here in Rio. You'll remember that we launched the Commission on Social Determinants of Health in Chile. And one of the key champions initially was Chile and Brazil. So from the very beginning, it's been very important to be working in Latin America. Another key supporter of the Commission that really played a crucial role was Canada. So being here in the region of the Pan American Health Organization, and the fact that the Commission on Social Determinants of Health began in the region, in South America, in Chile, and now we've got this global summit in Rio, is really very important. And PAHO has played a very important, supportive, facilitative, encouraging role. And that leads me on to what happens next. This is an important stage. Now, for me, I'm absolutely delighted that we've had this meeting, a world summit, a world conference on social determinants of health. The fact that we're talking this language is amazing. But the key thing is what happens next. And there are three things that I would like to see. The first is I'd like to see countries, more countries, take this on board. And we heard a few ministers of health, not all, but some, talking the language of social determinants of health. But that's very important. There are a few. What we'd like to do is get a few more, moving away from a total concentration on access to health care. That's vital, but there's more to health than access to health care. So we'd like to see more ministers moving beyond their safety zone of access to healthcare and talking about the structure of society that leads to these huge and unacceptable health inequities. So the first thing is more countries take it on. The second, that relates to the first, is that we create a network of interested partners. WHO, PAHO, have to be crucial in supporting that network. Personally, I'm very happy to work with colleagues at WHO, my new Institute of Health Equity at UCL in London, would be very happy to play a role in trying to get a network of interested partners together. And the third is getting this on the agenda of other UN agencies. Because a bit like a Ministry of Health has to go beyond its conventional barriers and work with other departments in government to take action. So WHO has to go beyond its conventional barriers and work with UNICEF, work with UNDP, with the issues on FPA and gender equity and so on. So it's got to work, the ILO, with the wider UN agencies. And I'd like to see a discussion at the UN General Assembly, just as we had on NCD. I'd like a discussion on health equity and social determinants of health at the UN General Assembly. That's how important this issue is. Somebody very wise said to me, it's amazing what you can achieve if you don't care who gets the credit. So, yeah, of course, I'd like to think, and I know it did. I know the Commission on Social Determinants of Health played a key role. As the Minister of Health of Brazil was leaving, although he didn't mention the Commission in his speech, he came up and gave me a very Brazilian hug, and he said, "This conference is for you." Now, that's enough for me. I don't need the public. That's enough for me. But what we said, read paragraph 6 of the Rio Declaration. It's a direct quote from the Commission on Social Determinants of Health. It doesn't bother me that they didn't say where it came from. What's important is that they said it. They talked about the social conditions in which people are born, grow, live, work, and age. So if we've managed to set the agenda, I don't mind if they don't say where it came from. I just care that it's going to happen. And so I can see the link, the integral link. My colleagues at PAHO can see the link. all the people we worked with can see that all their hard work, all those members of the knowledge networks can see that they can see their fingerprints on the Commission report, and they can see the Commission's fingerprints on the Rio Declaration. So they can see that all their hard work has led to what's happening next. Well, that's important.